Hey, what if I told you that a single penny, yes, a regular OL 1 cent coin, could be worth $1 million? No, I haven't lost my mind yet. But today, we're talking about the 2006 D. Lincoln penny, and if you're lucky enough to find the right one, you might just be sitting on a fortune. Now, before you start flipping over couch cushions or shaking your piggy bank upside down, let's take a trip down memory lane. When I first started coin collecting, I used to think the shiniest pennies were the best ones. Turns out, I was as wrong as a vending machine that eats your dollar. One day, I almost tossed a penny that could have been worth serious cash, just like the one we're talking about today. So, grab your pocket change, stick around, and let's figure out why a 2006 D. Lincoln penny could be worth $1 million. All right. So what's the big deal with this penny? Well, it all comes down to minting errors and rarity, the magic words that make coin collectors go wild. The 2006 D. Lincoln penny that sold for $1 million wasn't just any penny. It had a dramatic double die error, making it one of the most unique coins out there. Now, for my folks who are new to coin collecting, a double die error happens when the coin's design is accidentally stamped twice, creating a noticeable shadow effect on the lettering or image. Think of it like your printer going a little haywire and printing something twice in slightly different spots. This 2006 D penny has a doubled image on Lincoln's face and the words Liberty, and that's what makes it so valuable. Imagine being the person who found this penny and later saw it auctioned off for 7 figures. I'd need a paper bag to breathe into. Now, I know what you're thinking. Okay, great. But how do I know if my 2006 D penny is the golden ticket? Well, first, check your pennies from 2006 and look for the D mint mark, which means it was made in Denver. Then, grab a magnifying glass or zoom in with your phone and inspect the coin for a doubled appearance on Lincoln's face, thicker or shadowed lettering on Liberty, a strange doubling effect on the date. If your penny checks all these boxes, congratulations. You might be holding on to a serious payday. When I first learned about mint errors, I spent 3 hours staring at pennies under a magnifying glass like a detective solving a crime. My wife walked in, took one look at me, and said, "Please tell me you haven't lost your mind over a penny." Well, joke's on her, because I later found a coin worth $200. Now, not every 2006 D penny with an error will sell for $1 million. The reason this particular coin hit the jackpot is because it was in pristine condition, graded at MS68 by professional coin graders. MS60 means your coin looks decent but has some marks. MS65 is considered gem quality, with only tiny imperfections. MS68 Plus is like the Hollywood superstar of coins, super rare and nearly flawless. So, if you find a 2006 D penny with a doubling error, don't just toss it back into your change jar. Get it graded. Even if it's not in perfect condition, it could still be worth hundreds or thousands of dollars. All right, let's say you strike gold and find one of these valuable pennies. What next? Send it to PCGS or NGC to get it professionally graded. Sites like Heritage Auctions or Stacksbauer specialize in rare coins. Sometimes collectors are willing to pay big bucks for a good find. Some serious collectors will buy high-value coins privately and don't rush to sell it right away. Sometimes, rare coins increase in value over time, just like a fine wine or a baseball card your mom threw away when you were a kid. The 2006 D. Lincoln penny with a rare double die error could turn 1 cent into $1 million. If you're a coin collector or just someone hoping to hit the jackpot, start checking your spare change. Who knows? That little penny rattling around in your car's cup holder might just be your retirement plan. And hey, if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe for more coin collecting tips, hidden treasures, and strategies to find coins worth big money. Hit that like button if you're heading to check your pennies right now, and drop a comment below if you've ever found a valuable coin. All right, picture this. You're digging through your couch cushions, looking for a lost remote, maybe a few extra quarters for your morning coffee. You find a penny, a 2004 Lincoln penny, no mint mark. You think, just another penny, and toss it back into the abyss of loose change. What if I told you that very same penny could be worth a mind-blowing $3 million? Yep, $3 million for a penny. That's the kind of life-changing treasure hunt we're talking about today. So, grab your penny jar, because by the end of this video, you'll know exactly what to look for, why this little copper coin is worth a fortune, and how you might have one sitting in your house right now. And if you love finding money in unexpected places, make sure to hit that subscribe button, because we've got plenty more coin hunting secrets coming your way. All right, Let's break this down. The 2004 Lincoln penny is already a pretty common coin. You've probably seen thousands of them. But the key here is the missing mint mark. Normally, pennies minted in Philadelphia don't have a mint mark. So what makes this one special? Turns out, there was an extremely rare misprint that resulted in a batch of pennies with a completely unique composition and strike. Something so rare that collectors are willing to fork over millions to own one. Here's where it gets crazy. The 2004 no mint mark Lincoln penny isn't just valuable because it's rare. It's valuable because of a perfect storm of collector demand, historical oddity, and sheer luck. Only a handful of these pennies exist. That means if you have one, you're holding one of the rarest modern U.S. coins ever discovered. The most valuable ones are in near-perfect condition. We're talking MS 68 or higher, which, in non-collector terms, means it looks like it just came fresh from the mint yesterday. The few that have been found have sparked intense bidding wars between serious collectors. One even sold for $3 million at a private auction. Now, I know what you're thinking, how do I know if I have one of these bad boys? Let's get to the good stuff. Here's how to check if you've got a fortune hiding in your pocket. If it's not a 2004 penny, sorry, but keep looking. No mint mark, but not just any no mint mark. Remember, regular Philadelphia pennies don't have a mint mark either. The valuable ones have specific die errors that set them apart. Some of these valuable pennies have doubling on Lincoln's profile or lettering. Others might have a die crack that makes them look slightly different from a normal penny. A professional coin grading service can confirm if yours is the real deal. Get it graded. If you think you found one, don't just toss it in your piggy bank. Send it to a coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. If they confirm it's legit, you might be looking at a multi-million-dollar payday. Personal story. My almost $1 million mistake, all right. Let me tell you about a time I almost threw away a valuable coin. A few years ago, I was at my grandpa's house, sorting through his old coin jars, you know, the ones where grandpas stash everything from buffalo nickels to rusty bottle caps. I found a penny that looked weird. It had some doubling on the date, but I shrugged it off and tossed it into the spinned pile. Later that night, I started researching, and my stomach dropped. That penny might have been worth thousands, maybe even hundreds of thousands. The next morning, I ran back to that jar like a man on a mission. But guess what? My grandpa had already taken the whole jar to the bank. Moral of the story? Check your change before you spend it. Folks, that ordinary penny in your pocket might not be so ordinary after all. If you've got a 2004 no mint mark Lincoln penny, especially one with a unique error, you could be sitting on a fortune. Check your coins, get them graded, and don't assume a penny is just a penny. And if you love learning about coins worth serious money, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications. I drop videos every week breaking down hidden treasures in your pocket change and strategies to turn your coin collection into a gold mine. Who knows? The next time you find a penny on the ground, it might just be worth millions. You're sifting through your pocket change, and suddenly, you spot a penny that could be worth a whopping $1.2 million. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, today, we're diving deep into the world of the 1969 D mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny. Could this humble coin really make you a millionaire? Let's find out. First things first, let's get acquainted with our star, the 1969 D Lincoln penny. Minted in Denver, hence the D mint mark. Over 4 billion of these pennies were produced in 1969. They're composed primarily of copper and feature the familiar bust of Honest Abe on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. Now, before you start planning your retirement, let's address the elephant in the room. The 1969 D penny, in general, isn't rare. In circulated condition, it's typically worth its face value, just 1 cent. Even in uncirculated mint state, these coins might fetch around $1.22. So where does this $1 million story come from? The astronomical values are associated with the 1969 San Francisco Mint, Lincoln cents that exhibit a double die obverse, a rare mint error where the design elements appear twice. These particular coins have fetched prices up to $126,500, not $1.2 million. If you're eager to find a valuable penny, here's what you should keep an eye out for. This error causes the coin's design elements, like the date and inscriptions, to appear doubled. The 1969 penny with this error is the true treasure, not the 1969 D. On the reverse side, near the Lincoln Memorial's right side, the initials FG for designer Frank Gasparo should be present. Some 1969 D pennies are missing these initials due to overpolished dies, making them more desirable to collectors. eBay some 1969 deep pennies exhibit a floating roof error, where the roof of the Lincoln Memorial appears detached. This is another result of die polishing and can add some value to the coin. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I stumbled upon a jar of old coins in my grandparents' attic. Amidst the dusty nickels and dimes, I found a shiny 1969 deep penny. My heart raced as I imagined it being a rare error coin worth thousands. I rushed to a local coin dealer, dreams of fortune in my eyes. The dealer examined it, chuckled, and said, "Well, it's a nice penny, but it's not going to buy you a yacht." Lesson learned: not all that glitters is gold, or in this case, not all old pennies are treasures. In the coin collecting world, condition is king. Coins are graded on a scale from 1 to 70, with higher numbers indicating a better state. A 1969 deep penny in mint state, MS 65, might be worth around $7.50. However, finding such high-grade coins in circulation is rare. Absolutely. While the chances of finding $1 million penny are slim, coin collecting is a fascinating hobby that offers a glimpse into history. Plus, who doesn't love the thrill of a treasure hunt? In conclusion, while the 1969 D Lincoln penny isn't likely to make you a millionaire, the world of coin collecting is full of surprises and delights. So, next time you get change, take a moment to look at those pennies. You never know what history might be hiding in plain sight. If you enjoyed this deep dive into coin values and want to learn more about spotting valuable coins, hit that subscribe button and join our community of fellow enthusiasts. Share your own coin discoveries in the comments below, and let's keep this treasure hunt going together. You're sifting through your pocket change, and nestled between a couple of dimes and a nickel, you find a humble 1980 Lincoln penny. No mint mark, just honest Abe staring back at you. Now, what if I told you that this very penny could be worth, wait for it, $1.3 million? Yes, you heard that right. But before you start planning your retirement, let's dive into the fascinating world of coin collecting and uncover the truth behind this claim. The allure of the 1980 no mint mark Lincoln penny. First things first, let's talk about that 1980 Lincoln penny without a mint mark. In the world of U.S. coinage, a missing mint mark typically indicates that the coin was minted in Philadelphia. In 1980, the Philadelphia Mint produced billions of these pennies, making them quite common. So, the absence of a mint mark on a 1980 penny isn't exactly a golden ticket to millionaire status. Now, while your 1980 penny might not fund your dream yacht, there are indeed some Lincoln pennies that have fetched jaw-dropping sums. This gem was minted in San Francisco with the initials of the designer, Victor David Brenner. Only 484,000 were produced, making it a coveted piece among collectors. Some have sold for over $300,000. 1943 copper wheat penny. During World War II, pennies were primarily made from steel to conserve copper. However, a few copper versions slipped through the cracks. These rarities have fetched prices upwards of $500,000. A minting error resulted in a noticeable doubling of the date and lettering. With an estimated 20,000 to 24,000 in existence, well-preserved specimens can sell for tens of thousands of dollars. A personal tale of pocket change treasure. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I was at a garage sale and spotted a jar labeled Grandpa's Old Coins. Intrigued, I bought it for a few bucks. While most were common coins, nestled at the bottom was a 1969 Lincoln cent with a peculiar doubling on the obverse. After some research, I realized it was a double die variety, one of the rare ones. That penny, which I almost overlooked, ended up being valued at nearly $40,000. It just goes to show, always check your change. You never know what treasures await. Before you start dreaming of auction houses and big payouts, remember that the coin market is rife with counterfeits. For instance, many 1943 copper pennies are actually copper-coated steel cents. The U.S. Secret Service even once thought a genuine 1969 double die penny was counterfeit. So, if you think you've struck gold, or copper, in this case, get your coin authenticated by a reputable grading service. So, while that 1980 no mint mark Lincoln penny might not make you a millionaire, the world of coin collecting is filled with hidden gems waiting to be discovered. Keep an eye out for those rare dates, mint errors, and unique features. Who knows? Your next grocery store penny could be worth a fortune. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of valuable coins and want to learn more tips on coins worth money, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Join our community of coin enthusiasts, and let's uncover the treasures hidden in our pocket change together. Alright, picture this. You're digging through your pocket change, looking for a quarter to feed the parking meter, and you spot an old penny. You think, just a penny. You toss it aside without a second thought. Well, my friend, what if I told you that little copper coin could be worth a staggering $1.4 million? Yeah, that's right. A single 1968 no-mint mark Lincoln penny sold for over $1 million. That's the kind of change that could buy you a fancy sports car, pay off your mortgage, or fund a lifetime supply of cheeseburgers. So today, we're diving deep into the 1968 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, why it's worth a fortune, how you can spot one, and, most importantly, if you might have one hiding in your piggy bank right now. Grab a snack, sit back, and let's get into it. The story behind the 1968 no-mint mark penny. First off, let's talk about why this coin is such a big deal. In 1968, the U.S. Mint produced Lincoln pennies in 3 locations: Philadelphia, Denver, and San Francisco. Normally, pennies from Denver have a D mint mark, and those from San Francisco have an S. Philadelphia minted pennies, however, typically don't have a mint mark. So what's the problem? Well, turns out a small number of San Francisco minted pennies were accidentally struck without the S mint mark. That makes them extremely rare and extremely valuable to collectors. Think of it like a factory producing thousands of shirts, but a few of them are missing their tags. To a regular person, it's just another shirt. But to a collector, that tagless shirt is a 1 in a million mistake. How this coin became a $1.4 million sensation now. Here's where things get crazy. One of these 1968 no-mint mark pennies recently sold at auction for a jaw-dropping $1.4 million. And no, it wasn't some royal coin dug up from a king's treasure chest. It was a regular penny that someone found in circulation. Why so much money? Well, coin collectors go wild for errors and rare variations. The fewer that exist, the more valuable they become. And with the 1968 no-mint mark penny, only a handful are known to exist. That's like finding a golden ticket in your Wonka bar. Except instead of a tour of a chocolate factory, you get $1 million payday. How to spot a 1968 no-mint mark Lincoln penny now? Let's talk about the big question. How do you know if you have one of these rare pennies? The coin must say 1968 on the front, right under Lincoln's portrait. Mint mark, or lack thereof if there's a little s under the date. It's not the rare one. But if there's no mint mark at all, you might have struck gold. Condition: the better the condition, the higher the value. If it's shiny and crisp, you're in luck. If it looks like it got run over by a lawnmower, well, still check it out. Now, let me tell you a quick story. A few years ago, I was helping my grandpa clean out his old drawer, and we came across a giant mason jar full of pennies. I jokingly said, maybe there's a rare one in here worth $1 million. Well, guess what? We didn't find the 1968 no-mint mark penny, but we did find a 1943 steel penny worth a few $100s. That moment changed the way I looked at pennies forever. Since then, I've been that guy who checks every penny before spending it. At the grocery store? Checking. At a restaurant? Checking. My wife even caught me inspecting the tip jar at a coffee shop once. Don't worry, I put $1 in, not just a penny. So, let's say you find a 1968 no-mint mark penny. What now? Don't spend it. It's worth more than a cent, I promise. Get it authenticated. Take it to a reputable coin dealer or send it to a grading service like PCGS or NGC to confirm it's legit. Consider selling at auction. A regular collector might offer you a few thousand, but if you auction it with a top firm, you could be looking at life-changing money. All right, my fellow coin hunters, we've covered a lot today. We talked about the crazy value of the 1968 no-mint mark Lincoln penny, why it's worth a fortune, and how you might have one sitting in your change jar right now. So before you toss your pennies into a parking meter, check them first. Because the next time you hear someone say, it's just a penny, you can smile and think, yeah, but it could also be $1.40 million. If you enjoyed this video and want more tips on coins worth money, collecting strategies, and hidden treasures in your pocket change, make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that notification bell. I post videos just like this one to help you find valuable coins that could change your life. Have you ever thought that a humble penny could be worth a fortune? Well, hold on to your hats, because today we're diving into the fascinating world of the 1973 D. Lincoln penny, a coin that's been making waves in the numismatic community with whispers of a staggering $1.5 million price tag. Is it true? Let's find out together. Now, Before you start emptying your piggy banks and raiding your grandparents' coin jars, let's set the stage. The Lincoln cent has been jingling in our pockets since 1909, featuring the iconic profile of Honest Abe himself. Over the years, certain pennies have become the stuff of legend among collectors, fetching prices that could make you do a double take. One of the most famous is the 1909 SVDB Lincoln cent. This particular penny had a mintage of just 484,000, making it a key date for collectors. Its value has soared over the years, with pristine examples selling for impressive sums. But what about our 1973 D penny? Could it really be the next big thing? To understand this, we need to delve into what makes a coin valuable. Factors like rarity, demand, historical significance, and condition all play pivotal roles. The 1943 bronze cent is a prime example. During World War II, pennies were made from steel to conserve copper for the war effort. However, a few bronze planchets from 1942 accidentally got minted in 1943, creating an extremely rare and valuable error coin. So, does the 1973 D penny have a similar story? The short answer is no. The 1973 D Lincoln cent was minted in Denver, and while it's a delightful piece of history, it doesn't have the rarity or error factors that typically skyrocket a coin's value. In circulated condition, it's generally worth its face value, 1 cent. Even in uncirculated, mint state condition, it might fetch a modest premium, but nowhere near the $1 million mark. But I heard about a 1973 D penny selling for $1.5 million. Here's where things get interesting. Sometimes, rumors and myths circulate in the coin world, often stemming from misunderstandings or misrepresentations. It's possible that a unique error coin from 1973, perhaps a rare double die or a unique minting mistake, could fetch a high price at auction. However, these instances are extraordinarily rare and not representative of the typical 1973 D penny. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I was at a local coin show, and an elderly gentleman approached a dealer with a 1973 D penny, convinced it was worth a fortune. He had read an article online about valuable pennies and had high hopes. The dealer kindly explained that while his coin was a lovely keepsake, it wasn't the treasure he had hoped for. The gentleman chuckled and said, "Well, I guess I'll have to keep playing the lottery." We all had a good laugh, and it was a gentle reminder of the importance of accurate information. So, what's the takeaway here? While the 1973 D penny isn't your ticket to millionaire status, coin collecting is a rewarding hobby that offers a tangible connection to history. Each coin tells a story, and the thrill of the hunt is part of the fun. If you're interested in diving deeper into the world of numismatics, start by educating yourself about key dates, mint marks, and common errors. Who knows? You might just stumble upon a hidden gem in your pocket change. Before we wrap up, here's a little tip. Always handle coins by the edges to preserve their condition, and consider investing in a good magnifying glass to spot those minute details that can make all the difference. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of pennies and want to learn more about coins worth money, collecting strategies, and the rich history behind everyday currency, don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Join our community of coin enthusiasts, and let's explore the fascinating world of numismatics together. You're digging through your pocket change and stumble upon a penny. But not just any penny, a 1996 D Lincoln penny. Now, what if I told you that this humble coin could be worth a staggering $1.6 million? Intrigued? Well, let's dive into the fascinating world of coin collecting and uncover the truth behind this claim. Welcome back to Coin Chronicles, where we explore the stories behind coins that could make you a fortune. Today, we're focusing on the 1996 D Lincoln penny. Is it really the golden ticket to millionaire status, or just another piece of copper-coated zinc? Let's find out. First, let's get acquainted with our coin of interest. The 1996 D Lincoln penny was minted in Denver, as indicated by the D mint mark. With a whopping mintage of over 6.5 billion coins, it's safe to say these pennies aren't exactly rare. In fact, most of them are worth, well, about a penny. So, where does this $1.6 million figure come from? Rumors and myths often circulate in the coin collecting community, sometimes inflating the value of certain coins beyond reality. While it's true that some pennies have fetched high prices at auctions, the 1996 D Lincoln penny isn't typically among them. Coins with significant minting mistakes, like double dies or off-center strikes, are highly sought after. However, such errors are rare in the 1996 D pennies. Coins that have been impeccably preserved, showing no signs of wear, can be valuable. For instance, a 1996 D penny graded MS-69, almost perfect condition, once sold for $3,565. But remember, achieving such a grade is exceedingly rare. Pennies from certain years or with unique features can be more valuable. The 1996 D penny doesn't fall into this category. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I was convinced I had struck gold with a 1996 D penny. I spent hours researching, dreaming of the riches it would bring. I even pictured myself on a yacht, sipping champagne. Turns out, it was worth 1 cent. Lesson learned. Always verify before planning that yacht party. While the idea of a $1.6 million 1996 D Lincoln penny is enticing, the reality is a bit more grounded. Most of these pennies are worth their face value. However, coin collecting is a journey filled with history, art, and the thrill of the hunt. Who knows? Your next find might just be the real treasure. If you enjoyed this deep dive and want to uncover more coin secrets, hit that subscribe button and join our community. Share your coin stories in the comments below. Let's keep the conversation rolling. You're sifting through your pocket change, and you stumble upon a penny that's worth a whopping $1.7 million. Sounds like a dream, right? Well, hold on to your hats, because today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of rare Lincoln pennies, including one that fetched that jaw-dropping price. Now, before you start emptying your piggy banks, let's clarify a common misconception. There's been buzz about a 2000 no mint mark Abraham Lincoln penny being worth millions. In reality, it's the 1943 D bronze cent that holds the record, selling for $1.7 million in 2010. But don't let that dampen your spirits. There are still plenty of valuable pennies out there waiting to be discovered. It's 1943, and the world is in the throes of World War II. Copper is in high demand for the war effort, so the U.S. Mint decides to produce pennies using zinc-coated steel. However, a few bronze planchets, the metal discs used to make coins, from 1942 managed to sneak their way into the presses. The result? A rare batch of 1943 pennies made from bronze instead of steel. These accidental treasures are incredibly scarce, making them highly sought after by collectors. Let's rewind a bit further to 1909. The U.S. Mint introduced the Lincoln cent to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. The designer, Victor David Brenner, proudly placed his initials, VDB, on the reverse side of the coin. However, some felt the initials were too prominent, leading to their removal after a limited run. The 1909 SVDB pennies, minted in San Francisco with those controversial initials, had a mintage of only 484,000. Today, these coins are considered key dates and can fetch a pretty penny, pun intended, especially in mint condition. Ever looked at something and thought you were seeing double? Well, in 1955, some penny enthusiasts did just that. Due to a misalignment during the minting process, a number of pennies were produced with a noticeable doubling of the date and inscriptions on the obverse side. This error, known as a double die, makes the 1955 pennies highly collectible. Depending on their condition, these coins can be worth anywhere from a few hundred to several $1,000s. Let me share a little story. A few years back, I was helping my grandmother clean out her attic when we stumbled upon an old jar filled with pennies. Among them was a 1943 steel cent. While not as rare as the bronze version, it was still a fascinating find. That little discovery sparked my passion for coin collecting and taught me that treasures can be found in the most unexpected places. So, what's the moral of the story? Always check your change. While finding $1 million penny is akin to winning the lottery, there are still valuable coins in circulation. Familiarize yourself with key dates and mint errors, and you might just stumble upon a hidden gem. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the world of valuable pennies and want to learn more about coin collecting, rare finds, and how to spot them, hit that subscribe button. Join our community of coin enthusiasts, and let's uncover the treasures hidden in plain sight together.